All right, Jeremy, I have a question for you. You have been a high school diver, a collegiate diver, and now you're a coach. If you could have went back to when you were in high school and in college, how would you have liked the support coming from your parents to have changed, if at all?
Okay. It's a tough question, but like, oh man. I would say like I don't necessarily think I would have changed anything because like I think I mean you're obviously my brother and you know this, but like our parents, we grew up in a unique situation just because we're obviously mixed race. So dad is from Haiti and mom is from upstate New York and stuff. So I think from that aspect I wouldn't have changed anything. I really liked the upbringing that we had, and it was cool to be in that multicultural background and stuff. So I think I really enjoyed that and appreciated that, and I think it taught me a lot about a lot of different things like culturally and things like that. But from more of an athletics perspective, I think I would have loved to have had them more involved with things. Like it sucked. I guess I don't want to say it sucked, but there were some times where I had honestly like really. For me, like without getting all sappy, I guess like for me, like I had some really like some of the most cherished times I had in high school were around athletics, and like one of them was making states my senior year. And for the people that are watching this, and for like making states in high school athletics is pretty difficult. Like out of New York State is one of the most competitive states in the United States, I would say, as for athletics, and for swimming and diving, it's definitely super, super intense. Same for tennis. And I think one of my big goals throughout high school was to make states and make the state meet. And when I finally did that my senior year, I only made it by, the skin of my teeth. I made it by like 15 points or something like that. And for me, the fact that my parents, they knew that I was diving and they knew that it was kind of a big deal that I made states, but like they didn't really know much about the sport. They knew a little bit how the scoring worked and stuff, but the fact that they weren't, necessarily in tune with my goals, irked me a little bit. And I mean, that's something I would have loved to, change if I could have. If they had known my goals and what my aspirations were as a diver.
You wish they knew how big of a deal it was for you to make states.
Yeah, it was a huge, at that time, it's a huge deal. Like, out of only the year I went, I think only 48 divers made it to the New York State meet for guys. So out of all high school divers in the state of New York, only 48 went. So that's a pretty big deal. And so that was a huge deal for me. Some of the guys that I went with went to big Division I schools with scholarships and all this stuff. And so I was up there with the big boys. I wasn't necessarily as good as them. Like they were very, very good, but it was a really big deal that I made that meet, and it would have been nice if they knew a little bit more about how big of a deal it was for me. And same in college too, like making the zones. That's also a big deal. You have to be top 50 in the country for Division III to make those. So, I guess that would be my 2 cents on that.
So to wrap it up, parental support is huge.
Yes, to any parents that are watching this, I think one of the biggest things, at least for me in my life, that would have been really awesome would have been I've been working on this with people that that dive with me and the parents and stuff. But I think just learning a little bit more about diving and how it works, the scoring, learning about what your kids' goals are and their aspirations. Like I would say 99% of the people that dive with me in club, their kids' goals are to make states. And then as a parent, knowing what it takes for your kid to make states is a huge deal, and being able to have a conversation with your kid about making states is a huge deal. Like I could have never done that with my parent because my mom wouldn't have known, my dad would have had no idea. Like the score for me was 396 points. They wouldn't even have known how you even add that up, So the fact that I have parents like that actually know how scoring works, how the dive numbers work, and all that cool stuff is really exciting for me. And I hope that I can foster an environment where more parents will know more about the sport and hopefully take that awesome ride with their kids and bond with them and stuff.
Currently boarding all